It's 8 December 1930. British Empire rules India with an iron fist. Inside the most heavily guarded government building in Kolkata, British officials are working as usual. Suddenly, three young men dressed like Europeans walk through the entrance. No one stops them, no one suspects them. Minutes later, gunshots echo through the corridors. A feared British officer lies dead, and three revolutionaries have just declared war on the British Empire from inside its own headquarters. This is the forgotten story Benoy, Badal and Dinesh. When people talks about India's freedom struggle, names like Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev are remembered. But in Bengal, there were three young men whose courage shook the British administration so badly that an entire city square would later be renamed after them. And this is also the story of Battle of Writers Building. To understand why they did what they did, we need to go back a few years to meet their godfather, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. In 1928, Netaji formed a volunteer organization known as the Bengal Volunteers. What started as a disciplined volunteer corps soon transformed into a revolutionary underground movement. Its members believed that British brutality could not go unanswered. One man became a particular symbol of that brutality, Colonel N.S. Simpson, the Inspector General of Prisons. Among revolutionaries, Simpson had earned a reputation for cruel treatment of political prisoners. For many young freedom fighters, he represented everything wrong with British rule. And so a decision was made. Simpson would be cleared from the earth. Before targeting Simpson, the Bengal volunteers struck another senior British official. In August 1930, Benoy Basu entered a hospital in Dhaka disguised as an ordinary student. His target was Inspector General Lowman. At point blank range, Benoy opened fire. Lowman died instantly. Benoy escaped. The British were stunned, but this was only the beginning. December 8, 1930. Benoy, Badal and Dinesh put on European clothes and entered the writers' building, the administrative heart of British Bengal. Their target sat inside his office, Colonel N.S. Simpson. The three revolutionaries walked directly towards him. Then they drew their revolvers. Gunfire exploded through the building. Simpson was hit multiple times and killed. Panic spread instantly. British officers ran for cover. Police rushed in. What followed was not an assassination, it was a battle. For nearly an hour, the corridors and verandas of Writers' Building turned into a war zone. Bullets flew across the second floor. The revolutionaries fought knowing there was no escape. They had come prepared to die. Eventually, British forces surrounded them. Surrender was impossible. Badal Gupta swallowed cyanide. Benoy Basu shot himself. Dinesh Gupta also attempted suicide, but survived his wounds. Benoy died a few days later in hospital. Dinesh was captured, tried, and sentenced to death. The British won the gunfight, but they lost something far more important, their image of invincibility. Three young men walked directly into the British power and struck fear into the empire. Their actions inspired countless others across Bengal and India. So much so that Dalhousie Square, one of Kolkata's most famous locations, was later renamed B.B.D. Bagh, Benoy, Badal, Dinesh. Three names, one message. The British Empire was not untouchable. Thank you for watching. My commentary will continue in another chapter of history.